All right, Tamagna, you gonna say it?
Yeah. You see, we're trying to say welcome to Morocco, but I think we're kind of getting it wrong, so we're going to learn the right way right now.
Marhaba fil Maghrib.
Welcome to Morocco!
Trust is a fickle thing. You see, people base every decision on their ability to trust. If you have an expected result, you have to trust in the process that you will get there. Harvard Business Review defines the attributes for attainment of trust as the following. 1. Positive relationships. 2. Good judgment/expertise. And 3. Communication. You don't need all three of them, but the stronger each of them are, the more people are willing to place their confidence in someone. In 2018, we spent almost 2 months rolling around Morocco in lemonade. We had a great time and vlogged the heck out of the experience. As a result, so many of you reached out to us and said, if you go back, can I go with you? We were blown away. People were willing to place their trust in us to show them what we experienced, Morocco, pure and unfiltered. We saw an opportunity to share an incredible country in a way that cannot be done by a simple tour operator. With that, we started WorldTowning Voyages. For the next 12 days, we are going to take our WorldTowning Voyagers, in other words, travel partners, for the experience of a lifetime as we journey through this incredible country, showing them that placing trust in our family was the best move they could make.
I feel overwhelmed with gratitude as well as everything else.
So the beginning stage of the journey was incredible, as we all got to meet each other for the first time in Marrakesh. There was a sense of excitement as we gathered at the riad.
I'll talk a little bit more in the morning because we're going to be short a couple people just about logistics and all that kind of stuff.
That night we had an introspective discussion about this incredible country. Does anyone need a pen?
I have a pen.
You have a pen?
I have everything.
Oh my gosh, you're so prepared. All right, while you're passing that, I'm going to clear up everyone's space a little bit.
Our guide was able to teach us customs and helpful ways to communicate with the locals.
So one of the things that we're doing here, amongst all of the getting to know you and getting to learn everything about Morocco, is that we're getting everyone here on board, like a cultural immersion thing. So tonight, being like the first time everyone got here, and for the most part, like everyone just arrived a couple hours ago. So I applaud everybody for just like muscling up and getting through this whole day of traveling and so forth. But now they're learning words. They're learning what it's like to go ahead and communicate in Darija, which is like the local Moroccan language.
And to answer it, it's Salamu alaikum or alaikum salam. So it's like in English, like welcome everyone or hello everyone.
Because tomorrow and the next day, they're going to be here in Marrakesh and all of Morocco, in fact, for the next 2 weeks. And they're going to have to survive. And if they want a good deal on like one of the bargains that they're going to have to find, it's going to be really incredible if they can actually speak the local language.
The evening settled into morning and we were ready to take on our first day's adventure, exploring the Medina. An incredible breakfast was held on the rooftop terrace, and then we hit the streets with our amazing guides.
Good morning.
Oh, that's right. I keep thinking.
So welcome to the tour. We are now starting day 1 of our Morocco group trip. This is so amazing. But today we have 2 things going on. We have number 1, a Medina tour. So we're going to learn everything there is, well, at least everything our tour guide's going to teach us about the Medina. And then number 2 is going to be...
Lunch is important.
Well, lunch, yeah, sure. We all have to eat. Then number 2 is going to be people getting spoiled.
Yeah, we have Hammam.
Hammam.
And after that, we have a food tour later at night.
So we are super stoked. I'm not sure if these vlogs are going to be every day for the tour, but we're going to start showing everything that we can that makes sense.
Alive and running in Morocco with a group. We had prepared for this moment for 9 months and we were now in action.
All right, so are you totally confused right now? No. All right, good.
I'm doing okay.
We just wanted to make sure that nothing would go wrong.
You have the right, by force of law here, to lose 10% of the group. So if you lose 10%, you're good.
So we are now walking around through Jemen and Fra, right?
Yes.
And it's very, very, very quiet.
That's morning. We always said early in the morning, slowly in Marrakesh. Late in the afternoon, slowly in Marrakesh. We never rush in Marrakesh.
But there's nobody here, and it's like
Not yet.
9:45 around there. I mean,
it's Sunday also, and well, in Marrakesh in general, we don't start early.
Okay.
We don't start early.
So if this is Tuesday, it'd be just as slow.
Well, if you come here at night, by 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., there was much more people than now.
So if you want to be a runner, this is the time to be a runner.
It's the best
here.
time to be a runner. Yeah, exactly.
So this is here, as we call it, the television of Marrakesh. It's Jamal Club. So when people originally it was visited by caravans, by visitors. Now it's visited much more by locals and tourists. So we call it the television because artisans and people who are working in the souk, when they finish their work, they come out to the square to eat, listen to music, watch storytellers, gamble, dance, do whatever you want. Anything you think about, you find it on this square.
As we walked about, we got to know more from the guides. Everyone had a ton of questions.
So the question was, what is the percentage of stuff that we see here in the market is made in Africa? So the answer is more than 90% is made here in Morocco. In Morocco.
But the main destination for the morning was the Dar el Basha, which was the home of a local ruler from the late 19th century.
Thanks to the Ministry of Art and thanks to an American lady.
We were all in awe. The tile work was simply breathtaking. And the list of people who stayed here are incredible, including Charlie Chaplin, Josephine Baker, Winston Churchill, among others. WorldTowning and the private Hammam made our creative juices come alive.
So this is the house of the Basha, which is the old Moroccan governor of this part of Morocco. So the guy who ran this whole area from the 1900s on lived in this massive palace, and he controlled all of Morocco from Marrakesh and south. And what you see here is just opulence beyond control, and there's like a fountain there. People didn't have fountains once upon a time. It was only for the rich people because water was a big issue. And you just have, at this point, just this gorgeous area where you and your wives, because that was the thing, and your concubines, if you had those, sort of got to live. And it's amazing. Check it out. There's trees with fruit and tile work, which is beyond control. Wow, look at this.
This is beautiful. We've got a pomegranate tree, an orange tree, another orange tree, all these beautiful flowers. I think it'd be too big for us. What do you think, Will? It's too drafty.
We didn't come here last time, right? Well, this is just amazing. We've learned so much.
There's so much that we still have yet to explore this.
I mean, we could stay here for a year and still not explore everything, but
I love Morocco.
I'm so happy to be back.
And with that, we're leaving the Basha's palace. We spent like 3 hours in this place. Now, being in a museum this long for us usually is not tolerable. But having guides like the ones we're having now, it just makes it so much easier. We're getting stories beyond stories. We're getting tales of like awe and inspiration and honestly like mystical powers. So we're being taken through all these passageways and alleyways here in Morocco. And okay, I'm gonna say this once, hopefully only once, but the passion gets the total best of me. This city is absolutely incredible, without question. And there's one reason why, in my opinion. So, because I judge cities based on sort of how authentic it is. Now, big cities generally are big cities, but this one, it's like locals and tourists hanging out with each other. Where'd they go? That way?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's tourists and locals hanging out with each other in like the most purest of sense. There's not a sort of area that is just meant for tourists, because if you look around me, it's everyone. And so it's only in those types of settings where you have just like this perfect blend of culture, of people, and of sort of not everything being a tourist grab, is where you get this most amazing sort of type of experiences in these cities. It's like Marrakesh. We're on.
At every turn where we walked, we learned something new.
You know that? No, look at the walls. These walls here are built with clay. Up to 15th century, we used only clay.
Are they starting to deteriorate, or is it?
Yeah.
They are.
And after 15th century, we start using bricks. Up to end of 17th century, that we start using stones. Then 19th century, we start using concrete.
We're definitely
So what do you guys think so far?
I'm hungry.
I love it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It's interesting.
Have you determined all the shopping bags of stuff you're gonna take back yet, or is it just started?
A couple of cats for her.
I'm going to take all the cats and maybe a donkey.
And a donkey. I'm just gonna take you and the kids. Maybe a poof or two.
We have enough.
We need poops.
Don't say that. You
We
can never
do.
have enough poofs.
That's not true.
It's not
House
true.
of poops.
Continuing in our journey of the Medina, we discovered something that made everyone happy: olives. We learned real fast that the best way to get everyone in our group happy was this one thing: food.
This is my happy place. Look at all the olives. Oh my gosh, Will.
I thought you were gonna say cheese.
Well, cheese is my first happy place. Olives are my second happy place. Wow, are those big olives like that size? Oh my gosh. Do you like olives? I love olives. Yeah, because olives are in everything here. Will, we should get a bunch of olives. A bunch of olives to take in the van.
Olives are
I love
muy
them.
bueno.
Muy bueno. The other morning for breakfast, we had like a pancake with olives in it. It was so good.
It was so
Yeah,
good.
you don't put syrup on it, but it was really, really good. Get some olives. Will.
I like savory.
He likes your olives. Yeah.
Now, if you want to see someone grow in comfort with the local hospitality immediately, you get them to the olive market in the Marrakesh Medina. They will literally take you in and make you feel like part of the crew.
Are you going in there, Terry? This guy's getting you to go inside? Oh my gosh.
Now, this man, who is also my father, is 70 years and still can crawl in tiny spaces to simply take a selfie. And then I wonder where I get it from. I love you, Dad.
You see, the great part about traveling with a whole bunch of people is that everyone gets to try at buying something, and everyone's gonna eventually buy everything. So we're gonna try everything here.
One more for.
Hey Terry, I'll take 500 grams of that, and I'll take
No, 500 grams.
no.
No, take
No.
picture
Okay.
first.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
That's cool.
That's clearly vegetable.
The olive market led us directly to lunch, where we had our fill of couscous and tagine. In this case, we had a choice between chicken and something off the beaten path. Literally, a rabbit.
That one's a rabbit?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, very good.
What's it taste like?
Chicken.
There you go. So how's the chicken?
Tastes like chicken. Tastes like rabbit.
As far as the day was concerned, there was so much that occurred that we could not contain it all in one vlog.
Oh my gosh, really? Is this what it's come to in this trip? You guys are taking a tuk-tuk.
We're taking a tuk-tuk.
Listen, this is just beyond reason at this point.
We're spoiled. We're not going back.
Let's just say that the afternoon was capped with a hammam.
All right, this is the before video. You guys are gonna look so different after. I don't know if that's a good different. You're gonna feel different, but boy, you're gonna look like you just went through a month.
And with that, we're going to end the vlog here. The day did continue with a street food tour.
So our objective for the next 2 hours of just non-stop eating, is to see how much street food we can get our hands on.
But that will be in the next episode. And until then, make sure you hit that subscribe button and press it like your life depended on it, because I am positive you will love everything else coming up on WorldTowning.
So how was it?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I got a little overheated, so I had to sit up, and I was like, whoa. But everyone that was in with me did great. They were champions. They loved it. Poor Mr. Terry got the women's underwear to wear in there, so.
They were comfortable.
They were comfortable?
Yeah, they were comfortable.
So maybe take them home. You can wear them around the house.
I may. They were kind of sexy.